Here's Slasher. What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher, and we are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
Hellcat.
Together we are
HellaDepraved.
I'm just gonna start off all of these with like random movie lines with one of our names thrown in.
Go for it. Go for it, baby. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Georgie. All right. So
welcome to We Pick Hellcat's Picks.
I was just gonna say, what pick of mine is gonna show up tonight? I did not rig the ballot. I swear. I swear. Ooh. Come on, baby. Which song am I?
I'm gonna reach into Michael's head
I'm
here.
trying to jinx it so that it's actually one of his picks tonight, guys. Otherwise, he's seriously gonna think that I did. It's another of mine, in it.
Actually, it's one of mine.
Hell, fine. I jinxed it properly. That's
I'm okay
nice.
with this one.
You're okay with this one.
I've been okay with all of them, to be honest. Almost all of them.
All right.
I think she cheated a little bit, but
do you now?
I would never put the same song in there twice, especially two different covers of it.
I'm never gonna live this down. I am doing all covers all the time now. That's just, we're doing it.
I'm excited about this one.
Oh, me too. I am now excited.
For those of you that are wondering, no, he's cheating. He didn't tell us what it was.
Yeah.
I did draw out Rob Zombie, Dragula.
He did. And he could read it. Funny that.
It's because it's my pick. I know what the people that I pick, their names look like. They don't have weird spellings and hash
marks. It's a symbol, but I recognize it.
Uh-huh.
All right, okay.
So we are going to go ahead and preface this with, we've both heard this song. We've both seen this video. This video has 120 million views.
I've actually seen this
that's
live.
probably the most I've seen a video have on here so far, except for maybe an Eminem song.
Yeah. But honestly, I've seen this concert live.
I have too.
Yeah. So, but it is on both of our Halloween playlists for a very good reason. If you have not seen this video,
honestly, you could probably put most of Rob Zombie's music on a Hollywood playlist. It's
especially from Hellbelly Deluxe. He really good. I think I have the majority of it.
You know what we didn't put on here that would have been perfect?
What?
White Zombie's More Human Than Human.
Although I do have White Zombie's Boogeyman.
Oh, that's probably better.
So there is a White Zombie.
That's actually probably better overall. I just like the first 30 seconds of
I like that song.
White Zombie's More Human Than Human.
Okay.
It's a sex scene.
If you hadn't guessed, we are big Rob Zombie fans.
Guys, I grew up on Rob Zombie.
Me too.
Again, I used to backyard wrestle. My persona was Darkseid, which was modeled after Undertaker, but my theme song was actually Dragula. Actually, it was More Human Than Human starting. Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay.
Backtrack.
I had a name that was inspired completely by Rob Zombie before I went to Darkseid.
Okay.
And it was Astro Creep.
Oh, okay.
Because of that song. Because he starts off, I am an Astro Creep, a demolition style American freak, yeah. So that was my wrestling name. And then I switched to Darkseid, and actually switched over to Dragula as my theme song.
Okay, all right.
Before I went to ICP for a little bit, and then some other things.
All right.
My theme song jumped around a lot. But anyways.
Like his brain.
Yes. Absolutely stoked for this.
Rob Zombie, I believe, was the first album that I ever purchased with my own money.
As was mine.
Yeah.
Except I purchased mine in one of those packs you got through the mail.
Oh, God, yeah.
It was like, buy 10 CDs for $5 or some crazy
99
stuff.
cents.
And then I ended up owing way more.
Exactly.
I got in a lot of trouble from my mom because she had to pay
So
it.
did I. It was a subscription plan, and I had no clue what that meant.
As a matter of fact, to show you the eclecticness of what I liked as a kid, my 3 albums that I chose because it was 3 for $5 or some
Right.
crazy shit like that. Or Dragula,
Mm-hmm.
or
You
not
mean
Dragula,
Hellbilly
Hellbilly Deluxe from Rob Zombie. Britney Spears, One More Time.
Right.
And then Smash Mouth's album that was popular at that time that had All Star on it.
Right. I don't know the name of the album.
I just remember it had like the diner
Right.
thing in the front.
Mine was Hellbilly Deluxe. I want to say, because this is the day that I went in and bought these, I traded in a whole bunch of albums at a corner music
I'm
store.
not gonna lie though, the Britney Spears one was more for the centerfold poster that came with it.
And she was really cute in that.
She
Although
was.
there wasn't much to see.
No,
She was like kneeling there in her little denim skirt.
as
yes,
a,
I
as
know
a
what
young
it is.
teen, you only needed imagination.
Correct. And yours is wild. But yeah, I traded in all of the Christian music that my parents took and came home with this. But then I got the subscription thing, and I remember that I got the Bone Thugs and Harmony. That one with the graveyard, meet you at the crossroads on it. Dude, I think that's the one that I got, the Robert
Sweet.
Miles, which he was a DJ that did Children, which again it's
Did children?
it's a song called Children,
Okay,
and
thank you for clearing that up.
it has no lyrics, but it's
Was he Catholic?
no.
This is an ongoing joke. You guys had to have watched
Yes, well you
the
have
last actual Halloween.
you have to know us too, and but yeah, again, extremely eclectic. Like they did not know what to do with me with that subscription plan. They kept trying to send me like all different, because they had categories. You were supposed to subscribe to one or another, and they just were like, got nothing, don't know.
Here's a couple.
Yeah, exactly.
We put him in a Michael Myers mask. We drew a couple.
It didn't matter.
They
My
were
mom
mostly
was
depraved
pissed.
pics this time, but
Yeah, it didn't matter. Mom was pissed. Anyway, yeah.
Anyways,
So
so
I
this
have
is-
seen this live. This is a review.
I've seen this live as well. This is a review. Videos a review. Songs a review. Now, we are reacting to this as if you
Have also seen it.
have also seen it. If you have not seen it, please click the link in the description below. Hop on over, watch the video, leave a like. You better be subbed to Rob Zombie. Come
Right.
on back.
We'll be here.
We'll be here because we are going to
Partying.
pause it. We're going to talk about things, memories, fucking
Epic.
words,
It's the word.
the video, all the things.
All
I'm
the
so
things.
excited this is what we drew.
Because it's your pick.
It is.
And it's also exciting, guys. I love this song. All right, let's do it.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're slash them and break it down. This is Rob Zombie with Dragula. Let's
the
get
back
it.
of my... Use some?
If you're wondering why this is on our Halloween playlist, this is a start.
Superstition, fear, and jealousy.
So, just starting off, the symbology that's going along with this whole video. Obviously, horror thing.
Oh, yeah.
Everything Rob Zombie does is horror thing. For those of
He's
you
so
that don't know,
inspired by the old movies.
if there's ever anyone I would ever 100% say is probably a bigger horror fan than I am, this
We
is the dude.
present to
If
you.
you have never seen MTV Cribs,
Oh, man.
he led people around his house. It looks like a horror dungeon. The
It's
whole house
so thematic,
looks like
too.
a horror
It's
dungeon.
great.
He has not a closet, or not a bookshelf, not a closet. He has an entire room where the walls are lined with fucking horror movies. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Horror movies.
Yep.
Everything from the old school black
He
and white
sought
stuff
it all out, yeah.
to like, oh no, dude, at foreign
Yeah.
movies, like,
I would love to be allowed to tour in person at some point. Like,
I would
it
too.
would never happen, but,
Um,
one can dream.
And then, like, And then like the symbology in the video, like you got the guys that are playing the drums and they're holding their sticks up in their head, above their head with the X's.
Right.
That's in representation to the X he usually has on his head. I don't know if that's a permanent tattoo or if that's drawn in
I think
for the makeup.
It was drawn. I don't know about it at this point. But yeah.
But it was actually kind of representing is it swastika that Charles
Manson drew.
had on his head.
Which was permanent.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
all horror. All the time.
It's Rob Zombie is fan-fucking-tastic. Slipping through the trees, strangling the breeze. I like that. Dead I am the one exterminating sun. Shit.
Slipping through the trees, exterminating breeze.
Slipping through the trees, strangling the breeze.
Strangling the breeze, that's what it is.
Honestly, it's a song about killing someone.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he's saying strangling the breeze, it's metaphorical. Because when you choke somebody, you're taking away the air that they can breathe.
Right.
So,
their breath, the breeze.
But then the breeze is synonymous with going through the trees and...
Well, it's also, I would think of him more as like maybe death.
Right.
Grim Reaper style, kind of, you know, that apparition type ghost where they can just slip through in the shadows. But again, it is about killing someone. It's just, I always thought of it as more of a Grim Reaper style killing.
Also, the title of the song, Dragula. Dragula is a type of car.
Yeah, but it sounds super cool.
Right.
And a lot of these clips are from old horror.
Yes.
So, in case you were wondering where it came from, there are old horror movies.
Yep. People like, stop pausing. It's such a good song. We kind of have to pause it, guys, or it'll get bored.
Yeah, it'll get us. Yeah. Still a good song.
Dead I am the one exterminating sun.
Right. Mostly like blacking out the sun in the sky, but could also be in reference to a child. Again, because I've always seen it as kind of the Grim Reaper.
Was that what he said at the beginning of this? Did I get that right?
I think so. I think that's the beginning of this one.
No, it wasn't. I jumped ahead. Hold on. Okay, sorry.
Dead I am the sky watching angels cry. Yeah.
As they slowly turn, conquering the worm. I have no clue what that means. Conquering the worm. Conquering death. Because if you think about it, the worms crawl in, that needs to be on our list somewhere.
It is on our list.
Okay.
It's the Hearst song for anybody who wants to know. And that's the only part he knows. Whereas I had to learn it.
Thing.
Never laugh when a hearse drives by.
I do.
Because you might be the next to die.
I'm okay with that.
But also worm as in like, he was inspired by old horror, and there's the whole layer of the white worm. Again, it's a worm as in with the Y, but it's like a dragon that it's a sacrificial cult. People sacrifice to it, you know, it's...
Well, and if you remember, this was his big first, if I remember correctly, first single as just Rob Zombie.
Yes, I believe so.
And again, his name being Rob Zombie, the whole conquering the worm thing makes sense because being a zombie, you conquer death. You come back from the dead even if it's mindless. So yeah, it's...
Right.
Fun story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
How did that happen? I love their eyes in that.
Good time to tell a fun story. Only time I've ever seen Rob Zombie in concert. I'll break this up. There'll be two stories that come from this concert. But so I go to this concert. It's a full metal thing.
Yeah.
A full day of metal music.
Oh, you went to a fest. Okay.
Yeah, it was one of the metal fests that's no longer around. Mayhem, the Mayhem Festival, I think
Okay.
is what they called it. And the concert was, Korn was the headliners.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Korn was Rob Zombie. Right before Rob Zombie was the dude that, Alice Cooper,
Okay.
that does My Frankenstein.
Right.
And then before him, it was Five Finger Death Punch. Before Five Finger Death Punch, it was just something Lamb
Lamb of God.
Lamb of God, that one. Those were the headliners. And I go to this, I'm not a metal guy. Okay? I haven't heard half these fucking people. And I go in, and we do all the like side concerts that they do before
Of
the main
course.
stage opens up. And most of the people I'm not really paying attention to. I'm just there with family. I went with my stepdad at the time, or father-in-law at the time, my uncle-in-law,
Right.
both my brothers-in-law,
It was a family fest. Huh?
and then my stepbrother-in-law, who I'm still pretty much best friends with today.
Right.
He's one of my best friends. And we all go, and like, so Lamb of God comes on, and we're all like, they're all rocking out, and I'm just sitting there like, this is horrible.
Right.
Because Lamb of God, and a lot of you guys might love Lamb of God, but that is the type of metal I definitely don't like. It's a lot of growling. You can't understand a thing they're saying unless you have lyrics in front of you.
Right.
It's not my type of thing. So I'm just not into it. Five Finger Death Punch comes on. I, again, never heard Five Finger Death Punch. This is where I learned I liked Five Finger Death
Yeah.
Punch. They sounded really good, especially live.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Ivan's got a beautiful voice.
Alice Cooper comes on. It's Alice Cooper.
Yeah. Everybody has fun with him.
And he did all his stage stuff. He got his
Yeah.
head
That's
chopped off.
what I meant. Everybody has
And-
fun with him.
Yeah, it was fun. But I still didn't get into it.
Right.
And then Rob Zombie, they take some time to get Rob Zombie's stage show set up.
Right.
And this is actually, if I remember correctly, the opening song he does.
I believe so.
And I start headbanging, I'm rocking out, and everybody
Everybody
I
loves
came
it.
with goes.
This is why he came.
And they're like, what? I was like, to be honest, this is why I came. This is the only reason. I've already seen Korn 5 times in concert.
Right.
I did get to finally figure out who the hell Five Finger Death Punch was, but I was like, Rob Zombie is why I came to this
Right.
concert. Because if I would have, like, never got to see Rob Zombie in concert,
I've been mad.
I'd have been mad because I'd done missed out on Linkin Park.
Right. Rob Zombie, when I saw them, it was Hellbelly Deluxe, but it was that just them and Korn. Korn was the main, and they were the opening, and still fantastic.
Right. Well, the concert I went to was well after Hellbilly. It was actually after the last album he did.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was 2 albums now. I don't know when the last time Rob
Right.
put out an album. Because I actually went out and bought the newer album at the time just to be prepared for the concert.
Right.
And then he only did like 2 songs off of it.
There is that.
The rest of it was all his older stuff. Dragula, Living Dead Girl.
Well, I saw it around the time it came
Brick
out
House.
then with Korn, and it was just the 2 bands.
Right.
And it was amazing. I'm also a huge Korn fan, so at the time.
We ended up leaving at the start of the Korn set because all of us had seen Korn multiple times.
Right.
And we didn't want to get stuck in the heavy
with the
crowd
car.
trying to leave.
Yeah.
So we were like, we've all seen Korn. Everyone's cool. Just bouncing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's go.
I've done that before. Not to Korn, but I have done that before. Mm-hmm. Dead I am the rat, feast upon the cat.
Oh, baby, I won't eat you while you're dead.
Thank you.
I'll eat you while you're alive.
Yeah, well. Thank you.
But yeah, it's just a symbolism of...
Yeah. Well, and rats are scavengers. They
It's-
will feast upon you.
It's kind of a double there, because not only are they scavengers and they're going to eat what they can,
Mm-hmm.
it's overcoming your main predator.
Exactly. It's the predator chasing the prey. Or opposite, thank you. It's opposite day.
Prey's redemption over the predator.
Correct. But death evens the score.
Yep.
So, and he is talking about dead I am. So, yeah, it's the evening factor in life.
Yes.
I'm the cat tender is the fur dying as you burn. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula.
There's Sherry.
Shout out to Sherry Moon Zombie, one of the sexiest women on the planet.
Definitely. And may I just add that she gets the creepy factor right because
Yes.
A, she is gorgeous, and B, she's got this cute, innocent sounding voice, and she does
Let me
some of the.
Tell you her portrayal of Baby in
Wow.
the zombie movies.
It's incredible.
She's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna kill you."
Right? It's gonna be so fun. I'm not getting a lot of cheer out of you guys. It's like, oh.
Which, by the way, House of a Thousand Corpses is one of my favorite movies, horror movies, all time.
Right. And I do like
it
Devil's
actually
Rejects too.
Got quite a bit of hate.
Yeah.
Um,
Not as much as Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects I actually thought was even a better movie.
I thought it
overall.
was a better storyline. Guys, I'm sorry.
We still haven't seen 3 from Hell. We will definitely do that this
Yeah.
month.
That is on the list.
Um,
But I like both of them. Again, I like how chaotic and disjointed House of a Thousand Corpses is because it is part of the story. But again, Devil's Rejects had a better storyline, and I love them both for what they are, and I love the continuation of the story. So yeah, we will be doing the next in line, but
Also, rest in peace, Sid Haig.
yeah, that's. I will say, however, that Salem one.
Lords of Salem was terrible.
That
I mean,
let
Sherry
me
was
down.
still sexy, but the movie itself
Hell yes,
was
she
terrible.
was, but that let me down. I also really liked her in
that movie.
Halloween. No,
Yeah.
is it Halloween?
She was in Halloween, both the Halloweens, actually.
Yeah.
She killed herself in the first one, and her ghost was in the second one.
She's still gorgeous.
I didn't like the second Halloween Rob Zombie movie. I love the first one. Still my
I love
favorite
the first
Halloween
one.
movie so far.
Right. Second one, I'm kind of.
Because of backstory, yo. I love how they played
Both of
Michael's-
us study psychology, and
Right.
I actually studied it in college. So, like, having a backstory with the it made it interesting to us guys.
Right.
We will fight you on it.
Yes.
Subjective. Anyway.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
I'm never sure if these kids are super psyched because Sherry Moon is dancing, or if they're terrified at what they're watching.
I think it's
I think it's half and half.
It's half and half.
Yeah, they're like, woohoo, those are some hot shorts.
And the other ones are like, oh my god, who the fuck is that?
Right, this is terrifying. And I think it's funny that he keeps saying doing it baby, and then her name ended up being Baby in the movie that he wrote. There you go.
I almost feel like that was probably on
Foreshadowing.
purpose.
Yeah. Quite possible.
Rob Zombie's my spirit animal.
He, with the whole leather trench coat and everything, really looks like the Crow. But
Right.
like the Crow after, I don't know, an atomic blast and shit. I mean, it works.
Right.
But he keeps doing the arms out pose, and therefore reminds me very strongly of the Crow.
Right.
Which he could have been going for, you never know. Good movie.
Am the life, dig into the skin, knuckle crack the bone, 21 to win.
Dead I Am the One, Dig into the Skin. Knuckle Crack the Bone, 21 to win. Is in reference to a dice game called Bones. That I think people used to play with real finger bones.
It's probable. That is how a lot of the games started.
If
Knuckle
I re-
bones.
If I remember correctly. I could be wrong, correct me if I am wrong.
Right. but it's 20. You have to roll 21. But I believe it was knuckle bones and finger bones that they used to. They still use it sometimes in what are they called? Like runes reading type things.
Right.
Sufficiently creepy.
I love that part. Dead I am the one, hound of hell you cry. Devil on your back, I can never die.
Isn't it, Dead I am the dog?
Or Dead I am the dog.
Yeah. But, you know, Hounds of Hell.
Cerberus is the hound of hell.
Well, there are also hellhounds.
But it's also, that's where I was going with it. There's also hellhounds. But then he, like I say, he goes on to say,
Devil on your back.
Devil on your back, which is both metaphorical and in some horror movies or horror instances literal.
Yeah.
Like a demon that is lashed to you.
Attached to you. Which can be symbolic for addiction or problems like serious problems following you, but yeah, in horror movies often is portrayed as it's
almost
real.
a curse, really.
Yeah, it's real.
And then he says, I can never die.
Right.
Which, honestly, when you become an artist as legendary as what Rob became,
he's not gonna die.
He'll live forever in his music.
And in his artwork, his movies,
artwork,
his
movies.
expression.
I mean, let's face it. All humans, all of us are humans. We're all going to pass away physically.
Right.
But when you become this legendary icon, you're going to live on forever in your music.
But also talking about hellhounds and devils, they're not going to die. They're already from hell.
Right.
And going even further, when he's talking about death, him being death, the Grim Reaper or whatever, the Grim Reaper can't die. He is death.
Right.
So, yeah, it's multi-layered. Love the robot.
Now to break up again the song to not get blocked.
So that we don't get blocked.
The second half of my concert story. So we're at this concert, and it actually happens to be his lead guitarist's birthday. Now, understand the lead guitarist he is with was also with him in White Zombie. These guys have been together for years. 20, 25, 30 years. Okay?
Forever.
Long time. So his guitarist's birthday, and Rob Zombie walks out to the front of the stage. He's like, all right. He's like, I want you guys to know now it's my guitarist's birthday. So here's what I want you to do. Ladies, I want you to get up on your man's shoulders, and I want you to show him your titties. And
he actually did start that at the concert I went to, too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
the
guitarist walks up to the edge of the stage and is beginning to almost go into a solo, but then Rob stops him. And Rob goes, hold on. And he looks out in the crowd. He's like, security, leave him the fuck alone. And at this point, you actually see the security in the crowd pause. Because what the security was doing was what they were supposed to do, to be honest.
Keeping people away from the stage.
Well, they're not supposed to let people up on people's shoulders and stuff. They're looking out for safety to make sure people aren't falling over, getting hurt. But at this point, they didn't know what to do. My job tells me I need to be making sure these people stay safe, but Rob's telling me to fucking quit it. And Rob even threatened him. He was like, if you intervene one more time in what's going on, I will never come back. I will stop the show now, and I will never come back to this city.
Oh, right.
And at that point, security backed off.
They're like, whatever.
The chicks got up there, showed them their titties, throw their stuff up on stage like, people do.
Right.
And the dude went on to play the national anthem with his teeth.
Like any of them really want sweaty clothing that you've been rocking out to their band for especially festival all day.
Right.
Girls, that's nasty. Guys do it too. But gross, guys. But yeah, he started a titty showing contest for the intermission between him and Korn. And all these chicks were up on the shoulders. And I hear... So, normally that's just fine. But I hear one person from the crowd go, "Not those ones!" And I'm like, oh... No. Like, someone got called out. I was like, whoops.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. That was when I want to say I was 16 at that concert. So I actually was not one of the chicks up on the shoulders guys, but...
You can be on my shoulders in the mirror anytime, baby.
In the mirror, not at a concert.
Well, because at least here I can sit on the bed and you can kind of sit on my shoulders. Because I'm not holding you up. And
well,
not
that way
because
you can see my tits too.
Not because you're heavy, but because my back sucks.
Right, but also so that you can see my tits. Because
Yes.
you did say in the mirror, yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Just clarifying for anyone who didn't catch that. Did not slip past me.
Were they married at this point?
Yeah, I think so. And I really like the 70s dancing that they're doing to the whole thing. It's great. And Sherry Moon is wearing a little police, like what you'd expect a stripper to wear, outfit. And the chicks that danced on the stage for the actual concert had batons and the little caps and the hot pants and whatever. But they were, sticking the baton between their legs and then doing the little hip sway to this music. And I remember being 16 and being like, he should hire me. I would do a better show than this shit. And then I finally see this on VH1 and I'm like, oh.
It makes sense.
I seriously thought he had hired some really bad stripper dancers, which, by the way, he said that he makes music for strippers.
He has an album called Music to Strip to.
Yeah.
So.
But, I seriously thought they were just, the worst stage dancers ever. And it's what he was going for.
It was intentional.
The cheesy kind of, that Sherry Moon is doing. Yeah, I know.
That's fantastic.
I honestly, I love that even though he's into horror and he never takes himself seriously.
No.
He has a fantastic sense of humor.
Wonderful.
I mean, he's
A
rolling
good taste
his eyes
in
in
movies.
We
A
could
good
be
taste
friends.
in a crazy but wonderful relationship.
I feel like Sherry Moon and I
Would
would
get
get along just famously, and people would be very afraid. Very, very afraid.
Honestly, minus the money, we probably very much resemble Rob and Sherry's relationship
Right.
in terms of just mentality.
Yeah. Venture a guess.
Just, we don't have the money to look this cool. That cool, not this cool.
Well, I mean, you may want... I could deal with looking like Sherry. I don't want the dreads.
You
Because
don't want me to have
those can
dreads?
get... They can get a little nappy and a little smelly. So no. Not really. I mean, I don't mind the rest of it.
I also can't grow that beard. I've tried.
But...
The pencil thin mustache I got down pat though.
Right.
Which I can't grow his mustache. He's got the bushy, it goes into a full beard. My
Yeah.
shit is I got Indian in my blood, and my face is the one part of my body that's no.
No. We'll do a soul patch. I don't know. Eventually I'll put leather braids and shit in your hair. You don't need dreads.
No.
Yes. But yeah, I love him. I love them. I love his creation, his artistry.
Rob is actually my fourth favorite all-around musical
Artist.
presentation. I will say presentation because I mix groups in with that as well.
Okay, all right.
Eminem being my first,
Mm-hmm.
Linkin Park being my second.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he might be third. No. It would go Eminem, Michael Jackson, Linkin Park, and then Rob Zombie.
Okay. Very iconic and eclectic, just like you.
Yeah.
Honestly, Rob is way up there for me, and I have never thought about a list, so therefore I don't have one ready to go, guys, because I have always been so eclectic and love so much out there that I just never even thought about compiling one.
I've just pondered a lot of stupid shit in my life.
Me too, but that's not it.
The difference is... Never mind. That'd be something fun to talk about.
Eventually. But he's always been super high up there. Like I said, he's the first album I ever went out and bought myself, and loved it.
Much love, Rob. Thank you for the years of horror.
And music,
And
and
music.
horror music, and
And I promise
the
y'all,
whole 9 yards.
y'all will see him again this month.
You will.
Off the
Guaranteed.
same album, even.
It happens. But also, like I said, White Zombie's on there. That is also...
Mm-hmm.
That is Rob Zombie.
True.
Just previous band.
Very true. All right, guys. So with that being said, again, sorry this got drug out as long as it did.
Not sorry.
We had to break things up as much as possible. Again, with Rob Zombie being as big an artist as he is,
We do not want to get...
we're trying to make
blocked.
sure this does not get blocked. We don't care if they claim the money, but
Blocking it.
blocking
It's
it
no
keeps
fun.
the reaction from you guys.
Yeah.
And we want you guys to enjoy. So.
Also, it was fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
So if you liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below what did you think of Rob Zombie's Dragula. Also comment down below if there's anything else you guys would like to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quick response. That's also a great place to drop other requests.
With that being said, we love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We cannot wait to scare you people later. Peace.